Find our information at www.westmetro.org.
Come be a part of a church where all are welcome.
Crossover Radio. Radio with a purpose.
All right, welcome back to 3rd and 1 Live. We are pumped this morning. Hope you're having a fantastic start to your day, that you woke up, got your coffee in, got your spark in, whatever you got going to get you woken up, had a good breakfast. Who knows? Who knows what you do to start your day, but I hope it is going well. If you're listening in, we thank you so much. If you're listening online through the YouTube app or through our app, through the App Store or Google Play, good morning to you all, and we are excited to be here. We talked a little bit about the NFL, just some different things going on, some of the quarterback situations and how that will look in the future. We went into a little bit of draft scenarios with Baker Mayfield. Now we're going to go into some bowl game schedule. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about, I think we kind of hit on this a little bit. Let's get this conversation going, though. It's kind of funny. We both went and watched Star Wars. Sorry, I'm bringing the nerd into this podcast.
No, it's good because I'm a huge nerd. Go ahead.
Okay. So I watched the movie.
Yes, I did too.
Let me. Good. I'm glad we're both talking about it if we watched it. So, anyway. I liked the movie. I don't want to say that I didn't like the movie, because I did. It was a good movie. I mean, emotionally, it kind of took you on a roller coaster. When I thought they were going to go right, they went left, which is good. I mean, that's good for a movie because it's something that kind of plays off. You're like, I want to be surprised, basically.
Yes.
But there are just a couple things, and I don't know how to get into that without just completely spoiling the movie for people, that I just, as far as the direction, that I don't know if I liked. And maybe we'll have to talk about that off air.
We will have to talk about a lot of it off air, because I'm sure that there are probably still a contingency of people, because we're just now at the 1 week mark from the release.
Yes, I'm sure several people have not seen the movie.
And it is one of those movies where there are tons of spoilers, and so it's a huge plot shifting, plot making movie. It just is what it is, right? The first one of this new trilogy was more of just, hey, we're setting the scene, we're going to tell you kind of a little bit, we're introducing new characters. There was just a lot they had to do, right? And they had to capture your attention. But this one, man, it was good. To me, it's not my top. So there are some people saying, "Oh, it's the best one," and I'm like, "That's crazy." I'm sorry, it's not the best one, but I do think that it's in the top 4 out of the 9. Now, for all of you who are counting, I am including Rogue One in that. I
agree.
feel like Rogue One is in the top 3.
I agree completely. I loved Rogue One.
And the ability to write and direct that when everyone knows what's going to happen is incredible to me. And it was absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it was a great movie too. And you're right, you knew what was going to happen. And at the end of the movie, I still found myself being like, oh, like maybe they're going to make it.
Yes. That means it was so well done.
Yeah, it really was. But so I saw it twice over the weekend, actually. I saw it once with my friend that I was talking about, and then I saw it again with my parents. The second time I felt better about it than I did the first time. So saw some things. But I remember walking out of the movie the first time, and I just kind of was like, it was one of the first times I walked out of a Star Wars movie, and I just was like, almost numb in a sense. I just was like,
Dustin.
I don't know how I feel.
Did you go in with a lot of expectations?
Oh, I was the guy that was looking at fan theories.
That's the problem.
Like,
herein lies the problem. And this is something, so I struggled with it too, but I'm just telling you, most of the people that had a problem with it is because they had already dreamt up what the storyline was.
Oh, absolutely.
And what it should be.
Absolutely.
And they were completely let down. because
there's that aspect of it. There's another aspect that I just can't go into without giving spoilers.
Okay. That's
but I kind of have three big aspects for me that made it kind of like just like I felt weird about it. But it was good.
Okay.
Like I don't want anyone to go out there and say Dustin was like, you shouldn't go see Star Wars. It was a good movie. Like you should go see it. It takes you on a roller coaster. It takes you on a ride, and it's got all the visuals that any Star Wars movie I watch, I'm gonna love in a sense because it's like there's people out there swinging lightsabers around, and that's just like my childhood, so I get giddy about it. And I'm like, but yeah, so I've like it's insane to how much when I go watch one of these movies, I get back on a Star Wars kick because then it dies out, and I'm not like a crazy Star Wars fan, but I do love Star Wars, and it always kind of reminds me when I go see a movie. So like I've been listening to like some Star Wars podcasts since then, I don't know. That's just so funny because I wouldn't have done that like 2 weeks before this movie, but now that I've watched it, it's like I'm back into this fandom, So
well, and it's it was an interesting man. Okay, so I will say the director, and I don't think I'm really going to spoil too much by saying this. The director did a really good job of leading you up to where you think something's about to happen, and then all of a sudden it doesn't happen.
Yeah, I thought,
or so many times,
or something happened that you're like, what,
Yes.
Why? So it's like when you think he was going to go left, he went right, which is good. Like I said, that's a good quality of a movie. But I think it's just different when you're looking at like a saga. In a sense of just a movie. Like, I think if this is a standalone movie, it is a fantastic standalone movie. But when you look into it in terms of a saga, I don't know if I like where the they have to
progress the story. Okay. All right. We're done. We can't talk too much without giving away too much. Man, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I didn't think it was the best one ever. I think it is probably at lowest number 4 for me.
I'm trying to think of how I'd rank him, but I definitely would have it right around there. Like, it's obviously better than the original. I mean, not the original 3, but episodes 1 through 3.
Oh yeah. There's another movie coming out too that is going to be more just more of an origins kind of movie.
Like Han Solo.
The Han Solo movie.
Yeah.
So the good thing about that one. And for all those who are like, hey, the Rogue One was really good. It was kind of just an off movie, right? It wasn't, part of the saga per se, right? It is. It's telling you about the story and kind of a filler, but it's not. I don't know. It's not the same. It's just more of an origins kind of deal. And so for the same thing for Han Solo movie. Do you know who's directing that now? It originally was the guys that did like 21 Jump Street, and it was really silly. Yeah, it was going to be. They wanted to bring some comedy, of course, because Han Solo is funny.
Yeah.
But as my wife lovingly and correctly put it, she said, yeah, but Han Solo's not goofy. He is suave. Funny.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I thought that was very on point. And so, do you know who's directing it now?
No, I don't.
And by the way, for all you people who are like, how do you know who directs it and stuff? So let me just tell you a little bit about my journey into movies over the past year. I have a buddy that I work with, and he is really big on knowing the directors, knowing what other movies they've done, and he researches that, and he knows a lot about that stuff. And he brought up a really good point. He goes, look, bottom line is, how do you know if you're going to like the movie unless you know who's directing it? He's like, if you know who's directing it, more than likely you're going to know if you're going to probably like the movie or not. And you know what? I started looking, and the more and more that I've researched for different movies, the more and more I found, I think he's right.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely makes sense. I mean, they're the ones running the movie. So the director for this one, for the Han Solo movie coming up, is now one Ron Howard, who, for all of you who are like, who's Ron Howard? He was Opie on Andy Griffith's show, but more importantly, since then, he is one of the biggest and best directors all time. He did a flick some might know as Apollo 13. He does these huge, grand productions. He will be incredible for that. And I'm afraid that the Han Solo movie,
may wind up casting its shadow onto some of the other sagas.
Some of the other ones.
Just because it's so good. But I loved what Rian Johnson did in this movie. I think that he, by the way, for all those who don't know, the guy who directed this one is getting his own trilogy. Disney loved so much what he was doing.
I think that's good. Like, you have to do that after this movie.
And there was a scene that could be pointing toward what he's doing. It was at the very end.
Yeah, I'm with
you.
You
know what I'm talking about.
I'm with you.
Okay. All right. That's all I got to say. All right. So enough nerddom, I guess, unless there's anything else you wanted to say about it.
See, this is where I'm already setting myself up for failure.
Oh, no.
The Han Solo movie.
Okay, go ahead.
It's like, I wonder if they're just going to have Harrison Ford come back for the very end, like flashback, because I would...
Don't do it. Because
I would
it's
love
not going to
that.
happen. He said he's done.
Yeah, I know.
He's done.
I know. That's the thing. Like,
he doesn't want to do it anymore.
See, that's where I get a little... Because I want, like, a little bit of these, like, cameos, you know, of, like, the old... Just, like, throw it back a little bit.
By the way, can I just say, Matt Damon is one of the most notorious cameos right now in Hollywood.
Oh, seriously? Like in the movies? Was he in Star Wars?
No, he may have been in number 1. I can't remember. I don't think he was in number 1. But you know who was in this Star Wars movie that no one would ever know, and I'm not spoiling anything
Tom Hardy?
for you. I didn't know about that one.
Tom Hardy was in it. He was like a stormtrooper or something.
Okay, there was someone else. There were two. They were brothers that were stormtroopers. And it was really funny.
I know Joseph Gordon-Levitt was in it.
He was?
Yeah, he was the guy when they went to like the casino world. That was like, I told him you can't park your car. You can't park your spaceship here.
Oh, I didn't catch that one.
Well,
no, there were other cameos.
Him, so.
There were other cameos in that scene too.
Yeah.
Like multiple. Anyways, so
I don't know the brothers though.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
So funny thing, right? John Boyega, who is Finn.
Yeah.
Okay. John Boyega. He's British. For all those who don't know, he's British. And so this one was really big for him because Prince Harry and Prince William, is that his name?
I don't know.
The two English Prince brothers right now.
They were in it?
They were in it.
That's awesome.
And even more than that, they were stormtroopers.
That's awesome.
And they wound up at some point in the movie carrying John Boyega.
Really?
You know what scene I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So they wound up carrying John Boyega. So I'm sure, and he was freaking out. You know, of course, for Brits, I mean that's a huge deal.
Yeah, you have the two princes.
For Americans, it would be, but it wouldn't be as big. We'd be like, okay, you're the princess for Britain. Like, okay, that's cool. I mean, it's really cool, but whatever. So, anyways, that was a cool cameo as well.
That is that cool thing about Star Wars. They always have like hidden people in it and cameos. It's just
and they wanted they came to Rian Johnson or Disney or someone and they were like, we really want to be a part of this. We really want to be a part of this.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, we'll make you a part. We'll put you in a part.
Oh, I would love it if I was in a position of power like that. I'd be like, put me in Star Wars. I want to be in. I'll be a what are the little guys? The Ewok. I'll be Ewok if I have to be.
I guess for me, I'd have to be a Wookiee, but I would love that. By the way,
I
would absolutely love being a Wookiee. That would be incredible. All right. So, anyways, that's some fun Star Wars talk. Let's do this. We've already ran 15 minutes. For all of you who listen to our show and you're big sports people and you hate anything nerddom, I am so sorry. But then again, I'm not. I feel more sorry for you.
Maybe we'll just bring you into the
we're gonna bring you into it.
World.
Yeah. So if you aren't already, you will be by the time we are done. Anyways, no, we're going to come right back. We're going to talk some college football. By the way, there's also been so much stuff going on with the Thunder, by the way. Thunder on the rise. We're going to talk about that. As well as the OU men's basketball team who is destroying the ranks. That's right, destroying them. We'll talk about that and more after these short messages from our wonderful sponsors. A minute, 44.81 seconds.
Hey, newly engaged couples, are you tired of the same ho-hum, boring wedding reception every weekend? Don't you want yours to be the party everyone's talking about 3 months later? Then give us a call today at BTP Productions. We offer online planning forms, the best OKC DJs, lighting and sound packages, ceremony packages, and anytime consultations. We put you in total control of your party so you get your reception your way. Call us today at 405-609-9980. That's 405-609-9980. Or find us on Facebook. That's BTP Productions. The right music, the right DJ equals BTP Productions. Call today.
Crossover Radio is the best station I have ever listened to, even over other Christian stations. They are such a blessing. God uses this radio station that God started through the DJs and everyone on there to bless us and to show us Him.
Do you love coffee? Does your church, office, or business need coffee? What about getting amazing quality coffee at home from a business that serves our community and the world? Grounds for Compassion can meet your needs. The amazing staff at Grounds for Compassion would love to connect with you. There are 14 varieties, so you can't go wrong. Check out Grounds for Compassion on Facebook, Instagram, or at g4c.coffee, where you can place your order. Grounds for Compassion, coffee with conviction.
Crossover Radio. Radio with a purpose.
Good morning. This is 3rd and 1 Live on your Friday morning drive. That's right. We are back from our break. So happy to be with you this morning, talking sports, talking even some Star Wars, you know, because it's what we do. Hey, Dustin and I are big Star Wars fans, so you kind of just got to suffer through it.
You just got to roll with it, baby.
You got to roll. That's right. So yeah, I mean, we could probably wax on about Star Wars for a very, very, very long time.
I mean, I'm at the point where I'm like, if you don't like Star Wars, you're just wrong. You just missed out on things in life. So
it's good stuff. Man, so all right, so here's the thing. College football this weekend for the Christmas Day. Let's get people set before we talk about Thunder and OU men's basketball, which I think are super intriguing and exciting right now. Let's go ahead and talk about
some Christmas Day stuff. What do you want? There's a lot going on Christmas Day. Actually, wait. No, I'm looking at November. Why am I looking at November? Here we go. All right. You want to go Christmas Day stuff? You want to talk about stuff today? There's a lot going on.
Let's talk about everything from today up through Christmas Day. We'll give our predictions. In fact, we do need to start picking some of these bowl games and get it on record.
Yeah, we can do that.
So today we got the Bahama Bowl and the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Bahama Bowl is going on at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And is that 1:30 for us? 12:30 or 11:30?
Let's see here.
I think it's 11:30, right?
I'm
Eastern Time.
Oh yeah, 11:30 our time.
Yeah.
I will pick. I may take Ohio on that one.
Ooh, I'm taking UAB. All right, that's good.
Opposite sides already. It's happening.
And we back.
And we back. Yeah, I'm gonna take Ohio on that one.
Okay. So Ohio UAB playing in the Bahama Bowl for the famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
Yes.
We have Wyoming versus Central Michigan.
I'm gonna take Central Michigan.
I'm taking Wyoming.
This is legit.
Yes.
All right. We can do that. All right.
You're going off that Central Michigan win against OSU last year, aren't you?
Yes. That is part of it. Now I have liked. So just full disclosure, I have liked Central Michigan at different times. Just kind of like one of those teams when I see them, I'm like, yeah, go Central Michigan. Except for when they were playing, like OSU, I didn't want that. But yeah, I mean, I just really think that as far as teams are concerned, I think that Central Michigan has a really good shot to win that one. I'm gonna just pick them. So hold on, I'm actually marking these down. So Dustin, you have who's UAB?
I have UAB
and then Wyoming, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we want to keep going?
Yeah. Let's do
it. So that was the famous Idaho Potato Bowl playing at 3 p.m. today.
Okay.
Moving on to tomorrow, Saturday, getting into a little Big 12 game here. Texas Tech versus South Florida. South Florida, I believe, is where Charlie Strong coaches, right?
Yes. You take yours first on this one.
This one's a little tricky for me. I'm gonna take Tech.
I'm gonna take USF. I'm serious. I'm not joking with you. It wasn't just because you picked.
That's a tough one. I can see. South Florida, they're not. I'm thinking UCF undefeated, but South Florida, Charlie Strong still had a pretty dang good year.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Tech.
right.
Just because I got a little Big 12 bias, sure.
Okay.
That's
fair.
And moving on.
That's tomorrow at 11.
At 11. Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Tomorrow at 2:30, we have the Armed Forces Bowl, one I'll be watching for
Yes.
sure.
Who are you taking?
Army versus San Diego State. I'm gonna take Army.
That's what I was going to do. I think we're both on the Army side. So I'm still going to list it since these are the bowls. I'm just gonna list our picks, even if we match.
Yeah, that's fair.
So Army, go ahead.
Then we go on to tomorrow as well at 6 o'clock, the Dollar General Bowl, playing Appalachian State versus Toledo. I'm going to take Toledo, the Rockets, right? Aren't they the Rockets?
Yes, they are the Rockets. Oh man, I know I shouldn't do this. I want to take Appalachian State.
This one I don't know anything about either of those teams.
I really don't either. I just know a little bit about Appalachian State and kind of their history and how they, not exactly how they got there. I'm just saying, where they started out. Started from the bottom.
Now they're in the Dollar General Bowl.
All right, so I'm gonna take App State. All right, so who we got next?
All right, moving on to Sunday, December 24th at 7:30 p.m. Hawaii Bowl, Fresno State versus Houston.
Ooh.
This is an interesting one as well. I think I'm going to take Fresno State.
Oh, all right. I am going to take Houston. I'm very serious about
I made my picks earlier and looked at different things for a little pick league. I wish I wish I had that in front of me right now. But
Can you not pull it up?
No, it was I did it on an Excel doc and just printed it off.
Oh my gosh.
I wish.
What are you 30?
I guess.
My goodness. Go ahead. Sorry.
Moving on to December 26th
'Kay.
at 12:20
Wait. This
p.m.
is 26th?
Yeah. Day after
I guess
Christmas.
we do need to pick these. We need to pick these because Monday we're not gonna have a show.
Yeah, that's
This
right.
is Christmas.
That's right.
Jingle bell. Okay. Go ahead.
All right. Oh, good point. We need to talk about that too. December 26th, day after Christmas, Heart of Dallas Bowl. You got Utah versus West Virginia, and I am taking the Mountaineers.
I am as well. I'm on the same side on that one. You're taking West Virginia. I'm going to take.
Although
West
it's
Virginia as well.
interesting because Greer's not playing, right? So.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Still, I want to take West Virginia. Go ahead.
All right. Continuing on the 26th, we have the Quick Lane Bowl.
Quick Lane. Golly.
Duke versus Northern Illinois.
Ugh. Boring. Go ahead.
I'm gonna take Duke
Yeah, I think I'm going to take Duke on that one too.
with
Yeah.
no confidence whatsoever in that
No.
pick.
No. Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm just gonna stick with Duke. All right. Go ahead.
All right. December 26th as well at 9 p.m. Oh, this is gonna be a big day. Okay. Actually, no, it's not. We have Kansas State versus UCLA in the Cactus Bowl.
I with a lot of confidence, I'm going to take UCLA.
Okay, I am as well.
I figured I'd pick first since you've been giving your picks out first. Let's see here. Who's the next one?
December 27th at 12:30 p.m. on ESPN. Independence Bowl, Florida State versus Southern Miss.
Did you hear about this too, by the way? Did you see the controversy about this yesterday?
No.
Florida State is not eligible to play in a bowl, but
but they are
allowed to play in the bowl.
Yeah, how is that? How does that work? I saw that. I was like, it kind of gave a. Huh?
I didn't read the article yet, but it's very intriguing to me. Makes me really not like.
Yeah, I don't understand.
But anyways,
I just saw that headline like you did. I think I got the Bleacher Report update.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that doesn't make sense. That's a
Yeah.
contradict. That's an oxymoron. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Who are you taking to that?
I'm gonna take Florida State. I don't really know much about Southern Miss. Florida State's pretty bad this year, but I just feel like surely they've got to be able.
I
to
don't
beat
know. They're
Southern
going to
Miss.
lose their coach.
I know they already did, right?
Yeah.
Do they have a coach right now?
I don't know. I'm going to take Southern Miss.
Oh,
In
yes,
that
they do. Florida State. Who is their coach? I don't know. I should know that, but okay.
Pinstripe.
December 27th, Boston College versus Iowa. I am taking Iowa.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that one.
That game's at 4:15 p.m.
Yeah, I'm going to take Iowa on that one. And I feel like, so here's the thing.
Played in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
That's right.
For everyone who's like, well, that's not fair. You're making up your mind right now. But trust me, we have so many picks that we are so different on. I mean, literally probably about 70% of our picks we are on opposite sides. Yeah. So don't worry about that.
I feel like we could pick them all the same from here on out and still have some good good difference. The Foster Farmers Bowl, December 27th at 7:30. There's Arizona versus Purdue.
Ooh.
This one I'm not too sure on. I'll take Zona. I'll take Arizona.
I'm going to take Purdue. Purdue. That's the Boilermakers, right?
That is. December 27th at 7 p.m. is the Texas Bowl. A little Big 12 and SEC going at it here. Texas versus Missouri.
Yeah.
Missouri just lost their offensive coordinator.
And, yeah, Texas, you got to represent, too, because you got to show Missouri what's up after they abandon the conference. Go ahead.
Yeah, I do like Texas in this for a couple reasons. Like I said, Missouri lost their offensive coordinator. Texas, I like the defense. But there could be a lot of players for Texas that don't play in this game. I don't know if you've seen that. Connor Williams isn't playing.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, who's their best offensive lineman. There's a couple guys that may not play for Texas that are going to declare for the draft. So that'll be interesting. I still think they win. I think you're going to see Texas kind of take a little step in this game for next year. I think they're going to be a pretty decent Big 12 team next year. So
I don't think it'll be a runaway, but I'm still going to pick Texas on that one.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a run. I think it's going to may even be ugly, like a defensive game. So
yeah, could be.
Yeah, moving on to the 28th. What is the 28th? Is that Thursday?
This Thursday. Yeah.
Thursday. Okay. 28th. Well, this will be the last day we pick, I guess.
Yes.
So, Military Bowl again. Virginia versus Navy.
Virginia.
Who?
Navy.
I think I'm gonna take Virginia.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't Navy play?
I want to
take
Navy, but Navy's had so many losses this year that I just can't get behind it. And now I know that they beat Army. No. Army came back and beat them. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah.
They were leading Army for most of that game, but Army came back and beat them.
Yeah.
So for Navy, I just can't believe them in what they're able to do this year. Last year was a different deal. 2 years ago was a different deal. But this year I just can't get behind it. So I'm gonna also take the the Virginia mascot, the Cavaliers.
Yes, there you go. Moving on to some more Big 12 and some Oklahoma games going on here. December 28th at 4:15 p.m. the Camping World Bowl played in Camping World Stadium.
Nice.
Orlando, Florida. Number 19 Oklahoma State is taking on number 22 Virginia Tech. I'm taking the Pokes, and I would take them big, honestly.
Yep, I am 100%. I was going to say the same thing. I think they're going to blow them out of the water.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be close.
All right, so we both got to
I think Virginia Tech lost their head coach, too.
Well.
For the season. Maybe I'm wrong, but, yeah, I would take the Pokes big time.
There's a lot of good games on the 28th, by the way.
Yes, it's kind of like the first... Yeah, first big day.
Big day.
Alamo Bowl, December 28th at 8 p.m. Number 13 Stanford taking on number 15 TCU. I'm going to take TCU, but I'm not that confident in it.
Woo! I'm going to take Stanford. I am all in on Bryce Love.
Yeah, Bryce Love train. Hey, I like the Heisman. I feel like Bryce Love's like, oh, that dude. He's got it going on.
He's a good
guy.
Yeah, he's going to be. I think he is probably the leading contender to win the Heisman next year.
Yeah, I definitely think he's. Yeah,
or the guy from Wisconsin. I can't remember his name, but the guy from Wisconsin's also up there.
Yeah. What is his name?
He's a freshman though. All right, so Holiday Bowl, last one.
Holiday Bowl, we have at 7 p.m. number 16 Michigan State taking on number 18 Washington State.
Man.
I am just straight up going on the Mike Leach train here and taking Washington State, even though I'm not confident in it, but I just want them to win.
No, I'm with you. Man, it's just so hard to know what to expect from Mike Leach's team while he's been at Washington State.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
so all over the map. Some days you're like, man, these guys could be a top 10 team. And then some days you're just like, man, these guys did not play well at all. And I think even Mike Leach is, well, in fact, he did kind of say that about his team. He definitely had a slam on them that one week where they lost.
Yeah,
it was bad. But I would probably. Where's that? San Diego, California. I'm gonna go Washington State.
Washington State, yeah. I don't know. I feel like I just have to because he's been so funny this year in his interviews. So
he's been hysterical.
That's literally what I'm basing my pick off. That's bad, but
you're like, I don't have anything else on it. He's been hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, it's probably offense versus defensive game.
Yeah.
Michigan State's pretty good. Yeah,
here's the thing for me. Washington State has had games where you just go, wow, they were a really good team.
Yeah.
I don't think there's really been that game for Michigan State.
Yeah, that's true. They've kind of just been mediocre, lackluster. Did Michigan State beat Michigan? Did that happen this year?
I think they did beat Michigan, yes.
I think so. I think that was and even Michigan.
100% on Michigan.
I'd say even Michigan this year was like a little lackluster compared to last year.
They were disappointing, in my opinion.
They're going to be pretty good next year. They got Shea Patterson from Ole Miss, transferred.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I
He's
forgot
a former
about that.
5-star quarterback. I think that's going to they've just never really had a quarterback since Harbaugh's been there. So
yes,
I think
that's what he needs.
Yeah,
he needs
absolutely.
a quarterback to drive his offense. So, and yeah, I know that sounds like an obvious statement, like everyone does. I get it, but I mean, I think it's even more so the case for Harbaugh. You know, when you get someone like Saban, he can have a true freshman quarterback and still go to the championship game.
Yeah, because he just has the talent around him.
Yeah, and he's really good at almost all facets of the game, as far as his coaching and his staff and all that kind of stuff. So, anyways, I think those are really interesting picks. So we. I'm not even going to rattle all these off because there's just way too many. But I'm posting Dustin and I's picks on our Facebook page, 3rd and 1. That's that's number 3, RD ampersand 1. Okay, you can search our page there. You can also just search the words 3rd and then the number 1. That is our facebook.com/3rd&1. So you can search it either way, or you can just go on to Crossover Radio's page. I'm sure you can find it there as well. We are so happy to be with you this morning, and we are going to come back, talk about some Thunder. We're going to actually be all hoops. So we've been all football in the first couple segments, aside from some Star Wars talk, and we are going to be all basketball in the last 20 minutes, or actually 15 minutes of the show. So we'll be right back after these short messages from our wonderful sponsors. Join us on the other side of this break.
City Life Community Church is the proud home of Crossover Radio. We are located at 6634 Northwest 36th Street, right here in the heart of Bethany. You can join us for worship at 11 a.m. each Sunday, and if you can't make it, you can hear us right here on Crossover Radio. You can also join us for worship and prayer each Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. City Life exists to glorify God by making disciples and doing good in Jesus' name. We are here for Bethany and for the Northwest Oklahoma City communities. We're excited about the opportunity to serve you and your family. Would your business, organization, or ministry like to connect with our listeners? Crossover Radio is seeking amazing like-minded partnerships to impact our community. Crossover Radio has cheap and affordable sponsorship packages available now. Call us at 405-494-0234 so we can help connect you with thousands of listeners every week right here on Crossover Radio. Again, that number is 405-494-0234. Call us today.
Tired of taking up a seat in church or just watching a production? Join us Sunday at West Metro Community Church in Yukon, a place where your life matters and you are more than a number.
We are located at 601 West Main Street in Yukon, and our worship service is at 1045 on Sunday. For additional information on our student ministry, men's, women's, and mixed small group Bible studies throughout the week, find our information at www.westmetro.org.
Come be a part of a church where all are welcome.
Crossover Radio. Radio with a purpose.
Third and 1 live. We are back. We have talked a lot about football this morning. We talked some Star Wars. We talked college football. Bowl schedules coming up. We gave our picks. If you are looking in on Facebook, you can go to our Facebook page. Check out our picks all the way through Thursday through next Thursday. Well, this Thursday, I guess, coming up. So, yeah, you can check out all of our bowl picks going all the way through Thursday. Comment in on that. Let us know what you think about those. If you have any teams that you're like, hey, listen up, Evan and Dustin, y'all are wrong. This team is going to win, and you're dumb. So you can let us know that. You can always comment in, join the conversation for sure. Yeah, now we're going to talk a little bit about some hoops. There's a lot going on. We'll probably talk some Thunder, probably talk a little bit of OU and Trey Young because he is killing it right now. So, Evan, going into the Thunder.
Yes.
There's been some little, brief signs of hope. Then also some bad games and some more brief signs of hope. And right now we're on a little brief side of hope time.
Yes,
so it's a good time.
It is a good time. I have, I've been enjoying what the Thunder have been doing recently. Overall, I personally think
They're climbing.
that they are climbing. I think that they are going to wind up really stepping into their rhythm, hopefully pretty soon. Now I say that hesitantly because I kind of thought that after the Golden State game, possibly. Now I was more nervous then probably about if it was going to happen or not. But I think that the Thunder are doing really well. That game against Utah, I get it was against a bad team. They didn't have some of their star players. Blah 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 blah. I get that, okay. But that was still one of their best complete games all year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Defense, offense, they were clicking.
Was Steve Adams in that game against Utah?
I think so.
That was the game he came back. Was it against the Nuggets that he was out?
Yes, he was out.
Okay.
Now they still won.
Yes.
Now and that's been the other encouraging thing is despite some of their poor play, they have 11 wins out of their last 14 games. 11. Which is really, really good. Yeah,
currently on a 2-game win streak, tied right now with Trailblazers and the Nuggets for the 16-15 record. So this is, we've talked about this super close. So all the way from positions 5 through 9 it's a 1-game difference right now.
Yeah.
So you have 3 teams 5 through 6 who are 16 and 15. Trailblazers, Thunder, and the Nuggets. Trailblazers have the win over the Thunder. Thunder have the win over the Nuggets. So that's why they're ranked that way.
Yeah.
And then 8 and 9, you have the Pelicans and Jazz, who are sitting at 15 and 16 for the Pelicans and 15 and 18 for the Jazz. Played a lot of games. So yeah, super close.
I think after that, there's not even a question. I'm sorry, the Clippers and Lakers just don't have enough.
Yeah, there's a pretty big drop off there.
Lakers had a good win against the Rockets, so I'm not going to take that away.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think they have an interesting team going forward.
Lakers are still a couple years away.
They are.
So
I think next year they could maybe make the playoffs. They will fight for the 8th spot. But after 9, there's just not any real hope for anyone else, in my opinion. Just my personal opinion.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. And it'll be interesting to see what the Lakers do in the offseason as far as LeBron and everything. I don't know if he's going to go there, but there's some talks about it. So obviously if you get LeBron, your chances of winning goes up quite a bit. So
yes, most definitely. All right, so let's look at this. So the Timberwolves 19 and 13. I think that's the spot that the Thunder have to eye. Now, it's also encouraging that the Spurs are now at 22 and 11 because you're talking about you are 4 games back in the loss column to them. If you can make some strides, then I mean, you can push for that 3 spot, which I think everyone was expecting them to be the 2-3. I was personally putting them at the 2. I did not think the Rockets would be as good as they are. The Rockets have surprised me. I was wrong. I was dead wrong at this point.
We both were. I remember talking about I don't know how Chris Paul was a good addition as far as just the dynamic of their team, and he
was old.
Yeah, he's old, and you had James playing the 1 last year, and that was why he was so dynamic and so good, and you're moving him back to the 2, but they've played super well together. So
yeah, no, I'm 100% with you on that. Here's the other thing too. Trailblazers, I don't think that I think they're just. I mean, I know I'm saying this as a Thunder fan. I just think the Trailblazers are very inconsistent. I think the Thunder are inconsistent for different reasons. I think there's a lot of things to also point to that and be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So I'm not gonna beat up on them too much. But you know what? Here's the thing: they've been winning overall. They lost to the Knicks team that they should not have lost to. That's a problem. But overall, they've been doing pretty well. They are finally above 500. Let me ask you this.
Finally.
When do you think was the last time they were above 500?
Oh, it's been a while, hasn't it? 'Cause they're on a 2-game win streak.
When was the last time they were above 500?
I have no idea. Was it a month ago?
Nope.
Longer?
Longer. October 31st, Milwaukee Bucks. A good game. It was a good game.
I remember that game.
Yeah, me too. And everyone was kind of, and I was one of those like, okay, they finally put a good game together. They beat Chicago, which that was a given. But Milwaukee, they went to Milwaukee and they beat a good Milwaukee team.
Yes, because that was right after the Minnesota not
119-116 loss.
Yes, and they played them. They played them two times pretty close together. Yes, okay, I'm there.
And they barely lost to them both times. So that was the last time. By the way, before that, they've only been above 500 one other time before that, and that was the very first game of the season when they beat the Knicks opening night, and they were 1-0. That's it. They have not been above 500 except for two other times.
I almost said, was it the last time they played the Knicks? Because I just was going to be dumb.
No, it was. You were almost right.
But that's funny because that was the first game. So.
Yeah. So I mean, here's the thing. The Thunder team has been struggling. There's no doubt about that. The players recognize that, which I think is good that they're recognizing it at least. Westbrook had a. People were saying it was Westbrook's best game of the season whenever he played against the Nuggets. I'm not going to say that was his best game, but it was one of his better ones. He had his best scoring game, most definitely. 38 points against the Nuggets on Monday. And then on Wednesday, though, it was just a really good complete game by the entire team. 107-79. You hold a team to 79 points.
Yeah, that's awesome defensively. Did you see that Paul George, there was like a report saying that he's been having some tightness in his shooting hands?
He said that about himself, I guess.
Yeah. Which is interesting. He said there's not any soreness, but there's been some tightness whenever he shoots, after a game.
He needs to go to an acupressurist. Not acupuncturist, acupressurist to help him get his muscles freed up. But no, I think, it's... To me, I think the team is coming back up on the rise. They need to beat this Atlanta team. I mean, there's just no reason to lose to this Atlanta team. It's a bad Atlanta team.
Yeah.
This ain't the Atlanta team of the past 10, 12 years. Is a bad Atlanta team, so you got to beat them. You got them, and then you got Utah again. On Saturday as well, tomorrow. But it's at Utah. So I think
that's a big game.
I think if you win these next two games, they're going into that Rockets game hot. And they need to win against Atlanta decisively. They need to let their stars rest. They need to go out and play Utah again at Utah. They need to beat up on them. And then they need to come out Monday, Christmas Day, and romp the Rockets. If you beat the Rockets, so let's say if they win these next three games, what are your feelings about this team at that point?
I mean, I think you would say that's the turning point of the season if they win the next three games.
That'll be 5 games in a row.
So this stretch, 5 games. I don't know if they're going to do it.
I don't know if they're going to do it either. I have little confidence just based on how they've played up to this point.
Obviously, the Rockets, you're looking at that game and saying, that's unlikely, honestly, that they win there. But even the Jazz, I think.
Hold on. The Warriors, they beat up on the Warriors. I mean, beat up on the Warriors.
That's
I think
true.
There's a lot of emotion, and I think that's going to be the same thing for the Rockets. There's going to be a lot of emotion.
That's true. I mean,
they played in that preseason game against the Rockets, and it was chippy.
Yes, but the Rockets killed them in the preseason game.
Yeah, but it was chippy. I mean, it was.
It definitely was. It definitely was. And I think Rockets are one of the teams that the Thunder are built well for. But
I feel like Oklahoma City's defense.
Yes, that's
in that preseason game compared to now it's night and day.
Absolutely.
Their defense is legit.
Yeah, it's like the bright spot right now because the offensive movement, ball movement, it's just this hasn't been a great offensive team. It really hasn't.
No. I think it's getting better. I still don't think they fixed all their woes. They still only put up 107 against the Jazz, but it wasn't a bad offensive night.
Yeah, I'm just cautious to say that because at this point, I feel like we've had so many points in the season where we're like, okay, now they're going to get better. Okay, and then they just lost to this crap team. Okay, now they're going to get better. And so it is, like I said, we are in one of those bright spots. It looks like they're doing well, but that's why I'm worried about this. For honestly, not the Pelicans, the
Hawks.
The Hawks is like a game that I'm just like, this could be one they do terrible against, because that's just how the equation has worked out this far in the season.
I can see them losing to Atlanta and then beating Utah and then maybe beating Houston.
Yeah, like that wouldn't surprise me as far as that's like how the season has gone.
Yes.
So,
yeah, no, I'm with you. So at this point, they are 16-15. If you had to guess how many wins they'll get to by the end of the year.
Oh, I have no idea. How many more games are they playing?
There are a total of 51 more games. 51.
What did we say at the beginning of the year? We were saying they were going to win 60 games, right?
I think I may have either said 60 or I put them at 58 or something.
Yeah, we were right around 60. There. Man, I'll give them like 52.
So you think they're only winning?
Oh, there's only 50. Yeah, what is that? 40-some games out of those? No,
to put
30.
them at 52, 36 wins.
36 wins out of
16.
51.
So 36 and 16 is what you had. Oh, sorry, 36 and 15.
Yeah, I'll give them like 52 wins.
Okay, that's fair. I would put them. I definitely put them over the 50 threshold. I think that they get some things figured out. I think it is getting better. Here's part of my problem. I don't feel like Donovan has great control over that team.
Yes,
and that worries me.
I absolutely agree. It doesn't seem like he does, because he's even like during his post game interviews, he's been like, yeah, we've got to have more ball movement. We've just got to have more ball.
Whose fault is that, Donovan?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, tell your players that. Don't tell the reporters. So.
Yeah. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. We want you to tell your players. Let's jump real quick to OU basketball because I do got to wrap up and get out of here.
Yep.
But man, OU basketball has been incredible.
Yeah, it's been fun. Listen, if you're an OU fan in general, you need to get out to Lloyd Noble Center, because I think right now, I think there's a game tonight. Maybe it was tonight or last night, but it is literally $5 to watch Trae Young play.
And by the way, he tied the record for assists.
Yeah, he's gonna be one and done.
I'm telling you, like so for everyone's like, oh, you mean like as a freshman? No. I mean, he tied the record for most assists in a college basketball game ever by any player ever at 22 assists.
Yeah, there's some people that have him like projected Naismith winner right now.
Yeah, he's okay. Who else is in the Naismith conversation?
Yeah.
There's not a lot.
So it'll be interesting. We say this every time we talk about Trae. It'll be interesting to see when he goes against Big 12 play, blah blah blah. But the man is killing it right now. Right, he's killing it. He's gonna get drafted this year. I'm almost certain of it now. Which is not what I was saying at the beginning of the year. I was like, yeah, maybe he'll stay one more. No, he's gonna be one and done. Which is nice, because OU already has another point guard, like 4-star commit for next year. So that's good.
Yes.
We have someone coming. I think it's like something Harrison, Devarian Harrison or something like that. Anyway, back to Trae. Yeah, tied the assist games. He's already the nation's leading scorer, too, on top of that. I don't know if you knew that as well. And so, yeah, just absolutely killing it. Obviously, the defensive game still suspect. But, yeah, if you're an OU fan, get out to the Lloyd Noble Center. You're going to be able to see this guy play. He's going to get drafted next year. Yeah, watch him in person while you can. Honestly, enjoy it while you can, because I really do think we only have a year of watching Trae Young in a senior's uniform.
Yes. No, I'm absolutely with you. It is really incredible though, just to kind of see what he's doing at this age. It is really, really incredible. I've really been enjoying that. I think that they will. Here's the thing. I feel like this team, with how bad or how poorly Kansas has been playing, I feel like they have a chance to beat Kansas.
Yeah, and they're getting they just got Doolittle back too, from his little suspension that he had. So that'll be another piece to the puzzle.
Yes,
for sure. So
he's a good player.
They're playing pretty well. TCU's looking pretty good up to this point. I think they're still undefeated, aren't they? TCU.
I'm not sure on that one. I'm really not. I'm not sure.
And they beat Wichita State. Did we ever talk about that? We didn't cover that, I don't think. 91-83 against Wichita State.
We didn't talk about that.
Beat USC. Man, some good wins.
Yes, some good wins for sure. Yeah, they do play tonight. They play. So this is funny. They beat Northwestern State on the 19th on Tuesday. They play Northwestern tonight. Northwestern of the Big 12. Big 10, which has 12 teams. So confusing. And Big 12, which has 10 teams.
We should just switch names.
We should. They do play TCU Saturday though. That would be their next game after tonight.
Ooh.
At TCU, by the way. They kick off Big 12 play with that. But yeah, the Wichita State game was an incredible win. Incredible.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much ahead the whole time. Wichita State kind of came back towards the end, but they got out to a big lead.
I think at that point, a lot of teams, you kind of get into a let's wrap this up mode.
Yeah.
You start just trying to run the clock, right? That's bottom line what you're doing. And I think that gets teams in trouble. I think it's happened to the Thunder. That happens to the Thunder at times. They get into to time management, clock management mode, and I don't like that. You got to keep your foot on the pedal, my personal opinion. But you know, it still just happens. It's kind of nature for individuals, for humans, because you're just like, we're already up. We don't want to screw it up by being dumb. But then again, you wind up slowing down, and then at the end, if you need your offense back again, it's hard to get it going. So I'm not a big believer in that. Unless there's like 30 seconds left, then whatever you want to do. You can throw it up in the air for all I care. So yeah, I think it'll be an interesting game tonight. It's a game they should go win. It's going to be on ESPN2 for all of you who are wanting to watch. Then the TCU game is going to be on ESPN2 as well. So
yeah, Trae Young averaging a double-double up to this point.
What are his official numbers?
So he's averaging 10.2 assists. 28.5 points per game.
Anything on steals and rebounds that are notable?
Steals, 1.9 steals a game. That's pretty good.
Almost 2 steals a game. Yeah. That's good. It's good stuff.
3.8 turnovers. Not bad. Not terrible.
Not whenever you got 10.2 assists.
Yeah.
You're forgiven.
Rebounds are just 3.6.
Yeah.
Which he's not going to be a rebounding guy.
No.
He's pretty tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3-point percentage is at 38% right now for a point guard. Pretty good. Free throw percent 86. That's good. So
yeah, I'll take the free throw percentage. The field goal percentage is almost 48%. I'll take that. The 3-point percentage I'm a little bit leery on. I think he takes a little bit too many threes for not making as many. It's just a little iffy.
He takes some deep threes.
Oh, does he?
He's
trying to show off his NBA.
He's trying to be Steph.
Well, he's trying to show that he can hit the NBA 3, which is not a bad idea if you can do it. If he takes, I haven't seen. I haven't watched him. I haven't watched him yet. I've just seen highlights or I've seen mostly just stats.
He really is an insane shooter. Like I will say, because he'll just like walk up, like dribble up, and be 5 feet from the 3-point line and just like stroke a 3. You're like,
it's crazy.
What the heck? So
yeah. So I mean, we'll see what happens the rest of the way. I think it's gonna be really interesting. Tonight should be again a good game. You need to watch that 6 o'clock tonight on ESPN2. I might actually catch that game. I got a sick kid at home, so I'm kind of homebound for now. So yeah, we'll see how that game goes. 6 o'clock tonight, ESPN2. You need to catch that. Man, it has been fun this morning though. Really enjoyed talking sports with you, man, and also some Star Wars.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Got to throw in little. We do more than just sports. That's
right.
We talk Star Wars. We talk little religion for sure, and
we're
we do whatever.
Individuals.
Yeah, we do whatever's on the mind. So
that's right. I was gonna sing a Wu-Tang song, but never mind.
Ooh, Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang, not a good group to recommend to kids at all. Way to go, Evan. It's just from my childhood. All right, so I will.
Not a good group to recommend for kids, but from your childhood. Okay. Now we see. No, I'm kidding.
All right, so we will get back to you guys next week on Friday. We will not be here Monday because it is Christmas. So we hope everyone enjoys your Christmas weekend. Remember what everything's about. I know that everyone's saying that, but remember what everything's about. It's about Christ. It doesn't matter if you get any presents. It doesn't matter if you get any of that stuff, because it's not about that. It's about ultimately recognizing and honoring our Lord and Savior, who came as a human and was both fully God and fully human. And he died on the cross for our sins so that we can be saved and go to heaven. That is incredible. And so we can have a relationship and be righteous. Man, one of my favorite things still is just whenever it talks about, when Paul talks about the righteousness of of Christ and how it's imputed to us. We did nothing to deserve it, but yet the righteousness of Christ and everything that he did, which we could have never done, is imputed us. It's basically put onto us. It is an incredible image to me. It's one of my favorite images. And man, this time of year just really caused you to reflect on that, I think. So yeah, I hope it does.
Definitely. I took some of my students to watch The Star. Have you ever seen that?
No, I haven't seen it, but I have heard about it.
Yeah, it was kind of like a little, almost like corny, cheesy child's movie about the birth of Christ, like from an animal's perspective, from a donkey's perspective. So that was kind of, it's funny, classic like child's movie. But during the scene where like Jesus is actually born, like it was just honestly like a beautiful scene. Like in the midst of all the corniness, I was like, oh man, like this kind of makes me like seeing that, just like that, like I don't know, it brought some emotion to me. So I was like,
good.
It is beautiful. So
that's awesome.
It is cool for the reason of the season for sure. And you guys, absolutely enjoy the time with the family. Have a great Christmas, and be super thankful for what God has done for us by giving us His Son, because that is what it is celebrating. So
that's right, most definitely. All right, well, we will catch you guys next Friday. Have fun, be safe, and again, most of all, remember what it is all about. All right, so we will be back after this next week here on 3rd&1 live on Crossover Radio with a purpose.
Plop, plop.